Welcome to the Capital Onboarding Wizard tutorial. Just a couple of things before we start. Please complete the Onboarding Wizard on a personal computer or laptop. The wizard is not mobile compatible. Please turn your sound on while you watch the tutorial to ensure you hear all verbal instructions. Please watch the full video before completing the wizard. Please contact your local HR representative if you have any issues, questions, or concerns about completing the wizard. You'll need a few things to get started. About 15 to 30 minutes if you'd like to complete the wizard in one sitting. You'll need access to a desktop computer or laptop with a good internet connection. You'll need personal information for at least yourself and one emergency contact. And you'll need supporting documents in PDF format to upload. The following items are required for full-time hires only. At least one beneficiary's personal information for the company-sponsored life AD&D policy that you'll do during orientation when you're actually starting, and personal information for any dependents that you would like to cover on your insurance. Here's some information that you might need for your emergency contacts. You can pause the video now if you'd like to write these down. Here's the information that you'll need for all beneficiaries and dependents. If you'd like to pause the video now, you can write these down. Here you will see the required supporting documents that will be in PDF format that you'll need to upload during the onboarding wizard. You can pause the video now to read this in more detail and to write down any items that you think you might need for later. Let's get started. Access your personal email on a laptop or computer. You can see that I have mine open to save some time. In your inbox, you should have received an email labeled iSolved Onboarding Initiated. Right here, I've received my email. If you did not receive this email, check your spam or junk folders. If you're still unable to locate the email, reach out to your local HR representative for assistance. You'll click the link in the body of the email, which will route you to an account setup page in your default browser. Here you will complete all required fields. If a field is gray in color, you cannot edit the field. If the field is white, it is editable. To save time, I've entered my information. I will click Continue on the bottom. Please pay special attention to the password requirements. If you don't meet all the requirements, you might have a little bit of trouble setting up your password. Once you've completed that page, be sure to document your login credentials in case you cannot complete the onboarding wizard in one sitting or if your session time's out. Next, you'll be routed to an electronic signature page. You must click Accept to complete the wizard properly. After the e-signature pop-up closes like mine did, you'll see a welcome page. To the bottom right, you'll see web links to review. You can open these and bookmark each to use later. For the purposes of completing the onboarding wizard, the most helpful web link listed is the Form I-9 Acceptable Documents link right here. The blue bar on the screen contains buttons to move forward and backward within the process. There will be buttons labeled Next or Previous in white font. They highlight blue when you put your cursor over them. We're going to move forward in the process by clicking Next. I've already entered my information. For those of you who watched the TV show The Office, my sample employee is going to be Michael Scott, and I've just made up an address for him. But here's where you'll enter your first name, your middle name, your last name, and your address. Click Next to move forward. Fill in all the required fields. Be sure to double check the numbers you enter for Social Security number and date of birth fields for correctness. I've entered my information and will move forward by clicking Next. Complete all EEO and veteran data here. You may choose not to answer, but you will still have to select this option to complete this section of the wizard. Choose Next to move forward in the process. Now we're at the section of the wizard where you will complete your Form I-9. You must fill in all of the required fields that are denoted with an asterisk. Please be aware that as an employee, you must provide documentation to your employer to validate your identity and prove that you are authorized to work in the U.S. The web link provided in the welcome page contains important information on the kinds of documents that Capital, the employer, is allowed to accept to comply with this federal law. Later in the onboarding, you'll upload a PDF of the ID or IDs that you would like to provide, and you will bring the ID or IDs with you to orientation. Failure to provide acceptable documents within your first 3 days of employment for review may result in termination per USCIS federal mandates. In the signature of the employee section, the name must be typed exactly as listed above. See the example here. Scott Michael G. I'm validating that all my information is correct. I'm choosing one of the following. You can only choose one. Choose Next to move forward. Now that I-9 has been completed, we're going to move on to the tax wizard. Every person's tax information will vary. For the purposes of the video, I'll be walking through the wizard and entering example information. The selections I make should not be used as tax advice. If you're having trouble completing your W-4, please consult your accountant or a personal contact. Capital may not help you with completing your W-4. At the end of the wizard, you'll use the last 4 numbers of your Social Security number and you'll choose the acknowledgement to move forward in the process. Once you choose Finish, you'll be completed. Yay, we're finished. Choose Next to move forward. Here is where I will add my emergency contacts. If I'm full-time, I'll also add any dependents I would like to cover on my insurance policy if I have any, but I have to have at least one primary beneficiary. You can enter that person here at this time, or you can do it later during orientation. It might be more helpful to do it during onboarding only because you'll have access to your contacts and you'll be able to contact your friends or family that you might want to list as a beneficiary to gather their information. Just remember, you'll need their Social Security number, their birth date, their gender, the relationship that they have to you, and then you'll mark them as a beneficiary. I'm going to pause the video and add in my information and just review with you later. You can see here that I've added in the information for my beneficiary, who is also going to be my emergency contact. You cannot update any grayed out fields, so you'll just update in the field below that is white. Same here for date of birth. On the office, Luke Cooper is Michael Scott's nephew. In order to add the contact, I'll click Edit and Add. But once I've added all the information, I still need to click Save to save all of the items that I've entered into the fields. Once saved, you'll see this contact person here. You can add multiple emergency contacts, you can add multiple beneficiaries, and you can also add multiple dependents just by clicking Add New. If you want to edit the information in someone's contact, you will click Edit. I'm going to choose Next to move forward in the process. Here you can add prior employment if you'd like. This is optional. Here you can add education if you'd like. This is also optional. Here you will complete the miscellaneous fields. Be sure to use the correct title you'd like listed in your email signature, business cards, and badge. Please answer all other fields as appropriate for your new position. An example of a desired title would be RN. Let's say you finished your bachelor's degree, you'd want to put RN, BSN. For our video, we're just going to put administrator, because this is the job title that my example employee will have at the business. We'll choose our scrub fit. We'll choose our size for our pant size and our top size, and for our t-shirt. You'll choose next to move forward in the process. Here is where I will upload all of the supporting documents that we talked about earlier. To add a new document, you'll simply look in the blue bar and choose Add a New Document. You'll choose the document type. I'm going to upload a driver license, for example. And I'm just going to type in driver license. Excuse me. And then I'm going to choose these little 3 dots, and it will open up my file viewer. You can see that my file is in here, and it's in PDF format. I'll choose Save to upload the document. To save time, I paused the video and uploaded a couple other documents. You can see that I've uploaded my driver license, just like number 1 here says, my current auto insurance, just like number 2 says. I've marked my auto insurance and my resume as HR documents in the document type. Under the description, I typed in what items these were. I've also uploaded my resume. Oops. And unfortunately, I didn't have a diploma or transcript saved, so I just uploaded my resume. I also uploaded the supporting documents here in number 4 for my I-9. I'm going to bring my passport to orientation if I were this employee, so that the person who's doing orientation will be able to review my documents and complete Section 2 of the I-9. I'm going to choose Next to move forward in the process. I've been routed to the confirmation page. Here I'll submit all of the information I've entered in each section. On the left-hand side of the screen to the right of each section, you will see either an orange exclamation point or a green check mark. When all sections have been completed successfully, they will be marked with a green check mark, just like mine are. And you'll be able to submit your information. Once submitted, your onboarding wizard is complete. You cannot go back and change any answers once you submit, but you can save and submit the information later. I would recommend reviewing all of your information here in each field to make sure that it's correct. At the top of the page, you'll see a confirmation statement once you've submitted everything. In order to make changes, you'll have to contact HR. Please reach out to the Capital HR department if you need any assistance. Thank you for watching this tutorial and welcome to our team.